My name is Caleb and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be doing the Florida Gators schedule prediction. And to get to know me better, I love sports, and for college football, the Florida Gators are my favorite team. And another thing, keep on the lookout for a Jacksonville Jaguars schedule prediction video next week before their season starts. And let's get straight into the video. So week 1, the Gators will be going to Utah to play Utah. And I feel like this is a game we can win. And I feel like it's a game we are going to win. I feel like we are going to go there and upset. And I feel like we do start this game off. I feel like we start the game off a little bit shaky. And then we get into our groove. I feel like we're going to be a run-heavy offense this season with Trevor Etienne and Montrell Johnson in the backfield. One of my concerns are our O-line. We only have one returning starter from last year. A lot of newcomers, a lot of people transferring. And that is one of my concerns that I do feel like is going to be for this whole season is our O-line. Another is our secondary, like our safeties. Our safeties we don't have a lot of safety depth, which is another concern for that. Our pass rush has to be there. We don't have the best pass rush out there. But we have to show up this game to where I feel like we can start off the season with a win. And for Utah, a couple concerns for them is, of course, their quarterback, Cam Rising. As of right now, he is questionable for that game. He's coming off a torn ACL. And if he does play, he'll be limited a lot to scrambling. And he's going to be very, very just stuck in the pocket. And I feel like if he does play, that's a lot that we can capitalize on there. And for that game, their receivers have to step up for Utah if they kind of want to get past our defense. We don't have the best defense, but I feel like we can lock down some of their receivers. They have a solid tight end, but I do feel like we can go to Utah and pull off an upset and start the season off 1-0. Week 2, we play McNeese State. I feel like this game's going to be a blowout. We played them back at home. I do feel like this game here is going to be... I feel like this game we start off a little bit shaky, just like the Utah one. I do feel like we're going to run the ball a lot this game. And I do feel like this here is the game we also take. I feel like this game's going to be a blowout. And we go on to 2-0. Going on to Tennessee week 3, we played them at home. Tennessee's a great team, and I do feel like we lose to them. I feel like we do drop this game to them at home. And they have a great team, with Joe Milton as being their new starting quarterback. A lot of people saying they might take a step back with losing with Hooker last year, who was their quarterback, who had of course went to the NFL draft. And I do feel like I feel like this game is gonna be a close game throughout the entire thing. And I feel like this is a game we can take. It's a game. This game could go either way, but I do feel like as of right now, Tennessee does win it here. And they have a better O-line, their D-line. Last year we did almost beat them on the onside kick that we had recovered, almost took it back for a TD. But this year, I feel like we lose to them. I do feel like it is going to be a close game, though. Moving on, though, we stay home and we play the Charlotte 49ers. I feel like this game is going to be a blowout. I watched a little bit of their things for the Charlotte. They have a solid running back. Their quarterback is pretty solid, but their running back was like the best thing I had seen. And I feel like this is a game that I feel like it can be a blowout. They can maybe stick with us. I feel like they stick with us through the first half. And I do feel like here throughout, I think when we come out of halftime, we do just run away with the game. And we win it. Moving on, we play Kentucky. With Kentucky, I do feel like we lose to Kentucky. Kentucky's a great team. They're gonna be a hard team for us to beat, especially this year. I don't think we're gonna do the best. But I think we could at least get somewhere near a bowl game, but I'll get to that later. And I feel like with Kentucky here, we go to Kentucky to play them too. I do feel like we lose here, and I feel like we do drop that game to them here. And then after them, we play Vanderbilt. We somehow lost to Vanderbilt last year. One of the most random games to lose. We literally lost to a school that doesn't at all go into football. And we lost to them last year, but I feel like this year we come get our get back and we beat them this year. And I feel like this is a game we can take. I don't see Vanderbilt beating us 2 years in a row. And I think this is a game we can steal. The week after that, we play South Carolina. Now, South Carolina, this game could go either way. South Carolina has Spencer Riddle at quarterback. They have solid receivers. They have a great O-line. Great defensive backs. They have a great D-line. And I feel like this game could go either way, but if I had to say, I feel like we can steal this one. And we played them in South Carolina, so I do feel like we can steal this one from them. And I do feel like we can do that. And it's one of those games where it can either be like this game can really go either way, depending on how we both play. Like I said, I feel like we're going to be a run heavy, and I feel like this game we are going to run the ball a lot more. And I do feel like this game we are able to sneak and win. Week after that, we play Georgia. Now, Georgia, I feel like we lose to Georgia. Of course, they lose Bennett from last year, their quarterback, but now they got Carson Beck starting. They have Brock at the tight end, a great tight end. Their defense is amazing, like always. O-line's great. In this game, I do feel like this game here, I feel like we lose. I don't see us beating Georgia. They're a tough team, number 1 ranked right now. I just don't see us beating them. 2-time national. They could be looking to repeat, which I have them going somewhere. I have them being back in that same spot that they were, but I don't know if they could repeat though. To be honest, out of Florida real quick, I think a big target to win it is Ohio State, to be honest with you. Ohio State is a scary team. Their receivers are good. Ohio State, Georgia, I hate to say it, Florida State are top 3 teams right now for me, who could look like somebody who could pull it off. But back to us. We'll be in that conversation in a couple of years from now, hopefully. But with Georgia, I just don't see us beating Georgia. They're a great team, better defense. They're going to definitely put a lot of pressure on us. Then the week after that, we have Arkansas. I feel like we can beat I feel like we beat Arkansas. We played them at home. So I do feel like we can beat Arkansas. I feel like we can pull out a win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it is probably going to be a close game. But I do feel like we pass a lot, and we can establish a pass game throughout this entire season. Like, we can establish a passing. I feel like we can get somewhere edgeable for a bowl game, and we can definitely do our thing here. Now, moving on. Now we have LSU. LSU, this game could go also either way. It's a back and forth. I feel like with this game here, this game is either going to be a blowout or it's not going to be a blowout. It's one or the other. I feel like with this game here, they have to... It's a lot we have to do, of course, with Jaden McDaniels being LSU's quarterback. He's great. Had a great season last year. But I feel like they beat us last year, too. And then I feel like with this, this game is either going to be close or it's not. It's one of the... It can't be, like, it's not going to be one of them. Like, this game is either going to be close or it's going to be a blowout. Either LSU blows us out or we stay with them the whole game. I don't see it really being in between. Like, I don't see us tying it. They go up by 2 and we come back. Like, I don't see it being something like that. I feel like we stay with them. Either we stay with them the whole way, or they blow us out. This game go either way. But if I had to say, I feel like LSU wins it. Then moving on, the week after that, we have Missouri. I feel like we beat Missouri here. Missouri's they have a solid team, but I feel like we're gonna run the ball a lot here, pass the ball a lot, and I do feel like we can get the win here against Missouri, and we got to go to them. So it is on the road, but I feel like it's gonna be a little bit tougher. But I do feel like we do win it here. And then last game of the season against Florida State. I hate Florida State with a passion, but you have to give them respect where it's due, and how great of a team they are, and great coaching, great players. Jordan Travis slowly growing on me, becoming one of my top favorite players in college football right now. But one thing definitely is try to stop him from scrambling when we play him. Last year we couldn't really stop him. It was hard for us to stop Trey Benson. They was getting a lot of pressure on us with the blitz, and we have to somehow get stops like that. And they were putting a lot of pressure on us. Like, our O-line isn't going to be the best, but one thing we have to somehow try to stop people like Jared Verse from applying that pressure. Their D-line is Florida State has a chance to have a great D-line. They have solid players at their D-line, but if those solid players don't have the upcoming season like they should, then we should be able to take advantage of that and only have to contain Jared Verse. Defensively for us, I feel like we got to try to stop Trey Benson, make tackles, try to sack the quarterback. Can't let Travis rush out like he was before, get stops. But I feel like we beat Florida State, though. I feel like we're able to beat Florida State here. They come to us. Game last year kind of ended off controversy with the face mask, but then had a pass interference on us that should have probably been called a pass interference. But I feel like this game we do win. And yeah, that's the schedule prediction. But another thing I might do a review after the games to be like, break down the different games and the different stuff like that. And watch out for the Jacksonville schedule prediction next week. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And make sure you guys like and subscribe and have a blessed day.